Tonight, Brad and Angelina's new family pack. How they'll split visitation with their 6 kids and why Angie has them now. Plus, Brad and Jennifer Aniston's former love nest up for sale. The drama behind their multi-million-dollar digs. Then, more drama on the Bond set as an explosion leads to injury. Is the new 007 cursed?
Then,
I said I wasn't gonna cry.
our emotional night with J-Lo and her abs. How her and A-Rod's kids fight over her iconic looks.
What about that, Mommy? Are we gonna keep that?
Plus, Julia Roberts Uncensored, her take on Pretty Woman's much darker original ending.
I had no business being in a movie like that.
And E.T.'s Nashville Week heats up with
Thomas Rhett, Kelsey Ballerini, and Lady Antebellum.
And the party's already begun at Dirk's Bentley's Bar. This is Entertainment Tonight. Welcome, everyone. Our week-long party in Nashville rolls on.
We are inside Dirk's Bentley's Club, Whiskey Row. The crowd here listening to the amazing music of Troy Brooks. And this is the place to be in Music City, USA. Take a look right outside these windows. They're setting up for Brooks and Dunn in concert tonight. Such a great week in Nashville.
Yeah, it is a great week. But let's start with exclusive new reporting on Brad and Angelina. We've become accustomed to seeing Angie with their 6 kids, but Brad is stepping in to make sure he gets his share of family time. E.T. has learned that Brad Pitt and his ex, Angelina Jolie, have carefully crafted a visitation schedule to spend more time with their 6 children. Angie, who turns 44 today, has temporarily relocated to New Mexico, where she's filming a movie. The kids are with her, that's them, doing some shopping in Albuquerque. A source says that Brad will visit his kids in New Mexico this summer, and when they're in L.A., he spends time with them. Both Brad and Angie have new movies to promote. Brad was just in Cannes for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, out July 26th. And Angie's Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, will be released October 18th. And despite a nasty, drawn-out divorce, we're told there's now no more conflict behind the scenes. While Pitt and Jolie move on, there's news today involving Brad and another ex, Jennifer Aniston. Their former love nest is up for sale. Brad and Jen bought the Beverly Hills estate for $13.5 million in 2001 and started a major renovation.
That's the unknown, the $100,000 question. When will we move into our home?
Jen was a little annoyed by all the delays when we talked to her in 2002, but she praised Brad for being pretty hands-on.
He'll pick up a hammer if he has to.
The couple spent 3 years remodeling the mansion at a reported cost of $10 to $15 million. That included these pub room floors, which were reportedly imported from a 200-year-old French chateau. Brad and Jen sold the estate after they divorced in 2005. Now it's on the market again for $49 million. The property includes 12,000 square feet, this stunning guest house, and a pretty cool Hollywood history.
Didn't you kind of gut this thing?
Yeah, not the intention. That was not the intention at first. It was pretty much a, we'll just do the floors kind of a house.
What a shame.
Yeah. You know, you put Brad in any structure and it's got to change.
Now, to more trouble on the set of Bond 25. First, it was Daniel Craig's ankle injury, and today, a scary moment after an on-set explosion gone wrong.
This is going to be my last Bond, I think.
Daniel's last Bond film plagued by issues. We're told a controlled explosion caused extensive damage today to the exterior of Pinewood Studios just outside of London and injured a crew member. While the injury is described as minor, the damage is not. You can see the explosion blew off parts of the wall panels and reportedly the roof. Bond himself, not present. Daniel was last seen at Pinewood less than 2 weeks ago after news broke that he needed surgery on his ankle after hurting himself during filming in Jamaica. We spoke days before the accident.
If it wasn't exciting anyway to make a Bond movie, this has just doubled the intensity.
Co-star Rami Malek, who plays the new Bond villain, wasn't on the set either today. We saw him out in New York yesterday with girlfriend Lucy Boynton. So is this movie doomed or just a little shaken and stirred? There have been several injuries, but also production delays. A replacement director had to come in when Danny Boyle quit.
Carrie, what has this process been like for you, stepping in and getting this thing going?
There's obviously pressure. You know, you want to deliver.
Despite all that, we're told production will continue, and according to the studio, quote, the film remains on track for the same release date in April 2020. You know what? Let's move on to someone who I think could be the first female Bond. Jennifer Lopez.
Yes, she could, especially with those abs. We were with her last night in New York, and it is almost impossible to believe she is turning 50 next month. 50, Kev.
She's wrecking 50 for everyone.
Yes, she certainly is. And her life keeps getting bigger and better with age, and that's why she's on the verge of completely losing it in a good way.
I said I wasn't gonna cry. Emotional year for me. I'm thinking a lot about life. I'm going on tour for my birthday. It's a big birthday for me. And the 20-year anniversary of On the 6th and the beginning of my music career. Like, it's a lot of things kind of converging at this moment for me.
Throughout J-Lo's 2 decades of entertainment domination, the only thing that hasn't changed, her iconic style. Jennifer accepted the Style Icon Award last night at the CFDA Fashion Awards. She flaunted those abs in an absolutely perfect look by fellow Bronx native Ralph Lauren.
He understands a girl's love of crop tops, ponytails, sparkles, and a little drama.
But what does J-Lo say is her most iconic look of all time?
Of all time, I'd have to say the green Versace dress. Keep it number one, that's easy mathematics. I think that's the one that kind of goes down in history. I love you, puppy. I love you, puppy. I love you, love you, love you, puppy.
Backstage, A-Rod was careful to step around that train for days. She told us their daughters are already calling dibs on her Hall of Fame looks.
Ella told me, she was like, I want your Grammy dress with the orchid right here. And Emmy was like, what about that, Mommy? Are we going to keep that? Don't throw that out. And yeah, they tell me all the time.
All right, from one busy mom to another, Pretty Woman really did put Julia Roberts on the map, but now she's revealing some truths about the beloved rom-com, starting with its original dark premise.
The ending was really heavy.
Threw her out of the car, threw the money on top of her, as memory serves, and just sort of drove away, leaving her in some dirty alley.
The original script was called 3000, the price of a night with Julia's hooker character. Early on, the story set in the world of streetwalkers was a bit of a downer. When Disney bought it, the script was changed.
I had no business being in a movie like that, really. And they changed the whole thing, and it really became more something that is in my wheelhouse than what it originally was.
Julia and Patricia Arquette interview each other for Variety Studios' Actors on Actors series. Has she been living under a rock? Julia wasn't into that little HBO show that just wrapped.
I've never watched the Game of Thrones, but someone just told me a couple of days ago, you look like one of the, like a wildling. Because my hair is super curly. You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Speaking of Thrones, in another Variety conversation, Amelia Clark tells Regina Hall that when the show ended, the cast felt lost.
You saw for the first time everyone's truthful fragility coming through as it ended. It's coming to an end and we're all very, it's going to be done. But when it did finally end, it broke everyone.
The interview happened before Kit Harington entered a wellness center, and Amelia also opens up about the 2 brain hemorrhages she suffered early in the series.
I always say Daenerys literally saved my life because it puts you in quite the headspace when you've had a brain injury. I just put so much more into each season because it really was life or death.
We are so happy that she is healthy. And while Amelia will always be the mother of dragons, the mother of snakes, ooh, she's a slave for you. That would be Britney Spears, because Brit just threw it back to her iconic 2001 VMA performance with a Billie Eilish twist. Channeling her I'm a Slave for You performance, complete with a fake snake, Spears posted this video getting down to Billie's hit song, Bad Guy. I'm losing my mind. What am I doing? E.T. was with an excited Britney on VMA night nearly 18 years ago. Now her energy seems focused on workouts, health, and taking to Instagram to fight critics following her stay in a mental health facility.
For those of you who don't think I post my own videos, you're wrong.
Spears' pattern of posting aggressive dance videos really ramped up May 16th, just one day after manager Larry Rudolph told ET he didn't want her to work again till she's ready, physically, mentally, and passionately. A source tells ET Britney posts a video despite advice from family and friends. Sometimes her people are concerned about how she comes across. She tagged Billie Eilish in this latest Instagram, who responded simply, OMG. Mental health specialist Dr. Drew says, in his opinion, slowing down is best for Brit.
Peace and quiet, because that is sort of what she needs for a little while. Coming up,
Dream come true.
before there was Priyanka, there was Miley. Our night with the Joe Bros brings up past romances.
You met Miley. I think that kid's head exploded.
Then more Nashville exclusives. We're hanging with Kelsey Ballerini and Thomas Rhett.
Love having my kids out there.
Are his cute kids causing Kelsey to get
Baby fever?
Plus, only we're backstage with Lady Antebellum.
Here we go. Welcome back to ET in Nashville. We are inside Dierks Bentley's Whiskey Row, right in the center of downtown Nashville. Now check this out. Joe Jonas and Priyanka Chopra were recently in town here to help the bonus Jonas, Frankie, celebrate his graduation from a famous music academy right here in town. And the Joe Bros all got together last night with our Lauren Zima, and they opened up like never before about the highs and lows of a life spent performing together. There are tears. You really open up in this documentary.
This is where I'm at. The band is over. I want to go do stuff without you guys. What? I felt numb. This documentary hopefully will bring some families back together that perhaps have had some tough times.
Any moment when you thought your relationships wouldn't fully recover?
Definitely was.
I'm a sucker for you.
All of the J sisters came out in support of the Chasing Happiness premiere, and their guys were loving it. How is it to have them here tonight? How have they helped you guys as a band?
They're all so busy that the fact that they actually get to come here and support us like this means the world. One day off.
There's never before seen home movies of the Joe Bros as kids and now as married men. But a few of our favorite revelations from the documentary.
My God, it's the Jonas Brothers.
You met Miley. I think that kid's head exploded. I started writing about love, and I actually knew what it felt like.
Love Bug was a song 15-year-old Nick wrote for his first love, Miley Cyrus. The purity rings were embarrassing. At one point, Nick and Joe thought Kevin was holding them back, but 1 year of therapy finally healed the rift. How do you make sure that you stay in this good place from here?
Our relationship as brothers, as family, comes first. And then the band, that comes second.
You, baby.
Still ahead, more from Nashville Week.
Y'all ready to party?
Carrie, Luke, Keith, Miranda, and more coming together for country's biggest party. And only we're with the hosts. Plus, why country star Brett Eldridge swears by using a flip phone.
I highly recommend it.
And 24 hours with Lady Antebellum, talking bars and babies.
We were those parents. We had our baby in a bar.
It's so much fun to be up there. I found out we had choreography an hour ago.
Little 1-2 step.
And I said, I'm going to need a little help with that.
Meaning alcohol.
I really am sensing a theme around here. By the way, Little Big Town and Thomas Rhett deep in rehearsals for tomorrow's CMT Music Awards. Kelsey Ballerini will also hit the stage, but no rest for Thomas and Kelsey because after the CMTs, they jump into co-hosting the CMA Fest. Our Brooke Anderson was exclusively with the duo who are slightly more prepared this go-round.
You've got 2 of these under your belt.
Yeah.
This is the 3rd time.
Yeah.
What have you learned not to do?
We both learned how to read better.
Yeah. Welcome to the biggest, what is it? Welcome to the music event.
Y'all ready to party?
Yeah.
First year, I feel like we watched it back and we were like, we look like robots. We're so
And here-
stiff and
yeah,
we're like,
right.
and please, welcome.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Carrie, Luke, Keith, Miranda. Those are some of the big headliners joining Thomas and Kelsey at the 4-day music festival, which kicks off Thursday. Radio host Bobby Bones will help guest host the CMA Fest special when it airs in August on ABC.
It's really fun, like when we get to intro someone on stage and we both look at each other and we're like,
I know.
Center Point Road.
It's a busy time for these two. Thomas's new album, Center Point Road, just dropped, and both have lots of concerts planned this summer.
So what are your must-haves when you are on the road? Tequila.
Tequila.
There was no hesitation.
Tequila. Yeah. Humidifier.
yeah. I bring my dog out a lot. Do you bring your
We do
dogs
not
out?
bring our dogs, no. I wish we did.
Kids.
Kids are essential.
Yeah.
Yes.
We love your video for Look What God Gave Her. And I understand that it wasn't planned for your daughters to be in the video.
No,
Is that
there was a
right?
lot that wasn't planned on that video.
They were dressed adorably.
They wear those.
Dress them like that.
They wear ballerina outfits
Yeah.
every day. That
Okay.
or Elsa from Frozen. Like it's just kind of part of the wardrobe.
I know that you're still fairly newly married, but being around, them and the kids, does it make you want to have a family?
Baby
one day?
fever?
Not baby fever, not yet. No, one day for sure, but we're both not yet. We'll babysit till then.
Speaking of cute country kids, Lady Antebellum frontwoman Hillary Scott is back on stage after welcoming twin girls. What If I Never Get Over You is the band's first new single in almost 2 years, the first since Hillary welcomed her 16-month-old miracle twins, Betsy and Emery, after suffering a miscarriage.
I feel like my heart grew ×2 when my girls were born. I look at them and want to make them proud.
Only E.T. spent the day with Lady A in Sin City, where they have a residency, Arkind Vegas.
Yeah.
Here we go.
First up, a stripped-down concert for 2,500 fans at the Palms Casino Resort's Pearl Theater.
Now we have a little bit of a dinner break. Okay. And then tonight we're actually doing a red carpet event here in Vegas. And then have a little bit of breather time before our show. So jam-packed day today.
Tell me a little bit about your pre-show ritual.
We all get together.
Yeah, we've been doing a prayer a lot lately.
little prayer that we kind of, we like to have some gratitude.
We do a little singing too, here and there.
They always normally have a ping pong table, but there's not enough room for one back here. So we're missing ping pong.
Hillary, Dave, and Charles have their hands full with 6 kids between them, but they've thought about opening their own Nashville bar like Buddy's, Luke, Blake, and Dirk's, as long as there's childcare.
Next time I see y'all in Nashville, I think you should have a bar, some babies,
Little bar.
and some ping pong.
More babies?
Bar and babies.
Well, we can bring the babies. Yeah, I like that child care. Yes, play date.
Hopefully they serve milk at that bar. By the way, Kelty ran next door to the Visit Music City offices. They are your official visitor's guide to Nashville, and apparently Kelty's decided to replace me with someone you just might recognize. Hey, Kelty.
Thanks, Kevin, but my day has just got way better than your day because I've replaced you with this man right here. Brett, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. So everyone knows that country music is so big here in Nashville. But there's a lot more to Music City than just country. There's other kinds of music.
Blues, rock and roll, punk, you can name it. There's everything.
You recently took a big break from social media with your flip phone. How was it?
I highly recommend it. I was thinking up songs all the time because I wasn't flipping through something to feed my mind something else. I was actually allowing myself to feel and taking Polaroids. That's my thing now.
During his social media hiatus, Brett wrote 100 songs, so yeah, he's got new music coming soon. And while this country cutie knows his way around a love song, is there someone special in his life beside his 4-legged BFF, Edgar? Everyone wants to know if you're single still. Oh, I guess you're going to have to get that record next year to find out.
That's right. It's coming. I finally found something I'm good at.
All right, so you have some exciting news because people are going to be able to come see you July 4th
July 4th
in Nashville.
in Nashville. We're going to get them airfare tickets. We're going to get 2 nights stay at the Omni.
Yep.
And they're going to get up close and personal at my show right here in Nashville.
Special viewing.
It's going to be amazing. They have the website right here. You can check it out. You can click. You can sign up.
Kevin, it looks like we're coming back to Nashville for the 4th of July. Can't wait.
Tomorrow on ET, big stars, big exclusives.
Well, I'm just talking to my friend Kev.
We're heating things up with Halle Berry and getting J-Lo's bridal must-haves on tour.
Oh, well, I look busted on your wedding day.
Tomorrow on ET. You know, the one lesson I've learned here in Nashville is that you don't try to yell over top of the music and the fans because you'll lose your voice. But right now, Broadway is popping. In just moments, Brooks and Dunn are going to take the stage, and they will perform here tonight and then tomorrow. Huge show for you. We'll be joined by the King. Garth Brooks is hanging with us. Nashville week has been fantastic. So have the people here in Music City. We'll see you tomorrow.